Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, a divine king has been anointed in DRC last week. His name is Samuel Masambukidi. He has been anointed in the presence of many great leaders, in the presence of great spiritual leaders, yes, and even kings. He has been recognized as a divine king in DRC, Kinshasa, in Congo, and he has been crowned as the divine king. Now, who is the divine king? Salama Bena Zulu, Bena Kongo. Kembo natatanzambi yamanzulu kinfumu kiakuyisa. Greetings to all the Bantu family all over the world, to the dispersed and outcasts of Isolele in the eastern and western hemisphere. May the spirit of Tatanzambi, of Congo, be with all of you wherever you are in this world. Who is this divine king? And there's a prophecy of Simon Kimbangu, a prophecy he gave in 1921 from Banza Sanda, where he mentioned that a divine king will be born, and that this one will manifest with three powers. Those powers being the spiritual power, the scientific power, and the political power, also known as Makuku Matatu among the Congo communities. Now, these three powers are the powers given to the Congo people to build their civilizations, to build their, and to build and organize their community. Kimbangu said that our restoration, the restoration of the Congo, the Bakongo, and when you're talking about the Congo, we're not just addressing the geographic location of Congo, the land of Congo, the people of Congo. Congo is actually a term that denotes all Bantu people. Okay, all Bantu people are called Congo, are recognized to be Congo. So we are all one. So Kimbangu said, our people, the Congo people, the Bantu in general, must be restored spiritually. Yes, so there must be a spiritual awakening, a return to our spiritual root and spiritual powers, which comes from God, not from evil spirits, not from witches, not from evil practices, no, from the divine source, Nzambi Ampungu Tulendo. So an awakening must take place. And in this spiritual awakening, the Bantu, the Congo, must reach a spiritual maturity. Yes, a return to the spiritual power, the spiritual identity, so that they gain a spiritual maturity. So when you gain spiritual maturity, you are not going with all kinds of different spirits, different teachings, different religious. Now you return to the spirituality, right? The spiritual power of your ancestors, of Nzambi Ampungu Tulendo, Kongo. Do you understand? Secondly, he says, we must return to the scientific power. The scientific power must manifest itself among the Congo. That is to say, that we must become not only entrepreneurs, but creators, okay, innovators. After that phase, as we are creating, innovating, right, manifesting the scientific power, we will draw finance. You draw finance, you draw money. And then we jump into the third pillar, or the third power, which is the political power. Now we're complete. We have our spiritual identity. We have our scientific power, right? That allows us to create, to innovate, to build, yes, to manufacture. That will bring money, prosperity, and power. And then we shift into the third and last phase, which is the political authority. Manifesting and operating in the political authority where we as a people can stand and demand. Not being treated like little children or ignorant people. No. Now we stand as an authority. And we can tell the countries, no, no, no. Okay, now we can demand certain things because we have come into a position of power. Now, in this atmosphere where we as a people are being restored, Kimbangu said, a divine king will appear who will represent all of us. A divine king will appear, manifesting these three powers for the liberation, complete liberation of Congo from the enemies and those that hate them, those that continue to plunder Congo. And the liberation and freedom of Congo will extend to all African nations and to Africans or black people worldwide. Now, we are living in a season and time that there is a huge an anticipation of the manifestation of the divine king. In the past, we have seen and witnessed many people. I'm not talking about Christians, sects and individuals who name themselves the Christ or the return of the Christ. There are many of them. No, I'm talking about among the Congo people. Okay? Among the Congo people, the Bantu, there is an expectation. We're living in times of expectation. People are expecting this person, this prophesied divine person to manifest, to appear according to prophecy. Now I have identified several individuals who are calling themselves the Tulendo, the coming of the prophet or the divine king. Okay? Not a prophet per se, but the divine king. Many. Some individuals I know. Yeah, not personally, but people that I know. One of them is Samuel Masambukidi, who has been anointed, crowned as the Tulendo, as the divine king. Yes, called by the term Tulendo. As you can see, the Konabiso Samuel Masambukidi. And Samuel Masambukidi, I have been following him for a while. I personally, by listening to his sermons, his teachings, his interviews, he is knowledgeable. He is a very spiritual guy. And he believes, he is aware that we, the Bakongo, the Bantu people, that we are in fact the Israelites the Bible speaks of, who are also called Bena Kongo in the Bible. Okay? So he is aware. He's aware of the Davidic prophecies. He's aware. Now, when you look at this, as a diasporan, as someone in the West, America, in Europe, right, you may think to yourself, what has this to do with me? Now, brothers and sisters, the coronation of Samuel Masambukidi and the belief of many other individuals, their proclamations that they say, I am the divine king, that has to come according to the prophecy of Simon Kimbangu. I am he. This reveals to us the same anticipation that is told in the Bible during the birth or the ministry of John the Baptist. Okay? When John the Baptist was baptizing people and telling people about the kingdom, preaching the kingdom of God, people came to him to ask him a question. Are you the Christ? Are you the person we are anticipating to come? He said, no, I am not he, but he's coming behind me. You understand? So that same anticipation that existed then, that is the atmosphere in Congo right now. Because we are the true Israelites the Bible speaks of. That same atmosphere of anticipation has filled Congo as a thick cloud. Now, people are wondering now, is Masambukidi truly the Tulendo? Is he, in biblical term, the divine king or the Messiah Kimbangu prophesied about, that will come and will fight the enemies of Congo, will deliver Congo, yes, and elevate Congo spiritually, scientifically, and politically. And with the elevation and liberation of Congo, prosperity of Congo, the whole Africa will be blessed. And all Africans or black people worldwide will be blessed. And he will actually call the diaspora to return back home. Amazing, right? Now, what is the meaning of the term Tulendo? You heard me say or mention Tulendo, the term Tulendo. The term Tulendo, it means the one who holds all powers. The one who holds all powers, right? Now, what powers are those? What powers? Well, that's the spiritual power, the scientific power, and the political power. So he's holding the powers given to God, or given by God, to the Congo to build. Now, a divine king is a king who is appointed not by the will of man, but by the will of the Most High, Nzambi Ampungu Tulendo, and the cloud of witnesses, or let me say, the will of the celestial throne. Yes, thrones. The will of the celestial court. You understand? That's why he's called divine king. In addition to that, the explanation of the term divine king also alludes to the fact that the Spirit, right? The Holy Spirit of Christ is dwelling in him. Is dwelling in him. So in Kongo, when a person dies, there is a term used to explain the phenomenon of death. As you die, your soul transmigrates to the other world. So that's what is called the transmigration of the soul. Your soul transmigrates to a different world. And your spirit, of course, goes with you. However, the spirit represents the qualities of the man, right? Your prophetic abilities, your spiritual abilities, your qualities, right? Those qualities can be given to someone who is alive today. To use those qualities of a elder, a prophet or an ancient one who died long ago. That spirit can return. You understand? That spirit can return, inhabit someone, and endue that person with those qualities. I will go to my Father, Jesus said, but I will send the Spirit, and he will abide in you and give you the qualities you need to fulfill your task. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, so that's the understanding of the term Divine King Kwa Tulendo in Congo. We will have to see what will happen. Yes, I'm not saying that he is the one, because there are still many questions that need answered. However, it's very interesting to see that people came together, yes, kings from different African countries. And when we're talking about kings, we know, of course, that Africa was colonized, yes, and as consequence of the colonizations, we were left with European systems of government. So we have presidents and prime ministers, things like that. Now, in ancient times, we had kingdoms, and there are still kings and queens in Africa, from tribal traditions. So from the tribal traditions, there are still kings and queens who are anointed, appointed by the communities, right? By their tribal communities. Now, these are the kings I'm talking about. They came to Congo from several countries, from DRC itself. Spiritual leaders came there, and they recognized our brother Samuel Masambukidi as the divine king. So basically, Kwa Tulendo, the one Simon Kimbangu prophesied about. Is he the one? Is he the man? We don't know. We will have to wait and see. But this is the time and season of the kings. I believe, as I prophesied in 2024, that we will begin to see the battle of those who want to be king. And by king, I mean the Kwa Tulendo, the Messiah, who is promised to come through prophecy, to appear, to manifest with those three powers. Ingeta, look at his robe. You see the color purple, you see the color blue, yellow, and red is in there. His crown is also, we see the, how do you say that? The print of the leopard, right? On top of his crown, you see the print of a leopard. Now, leopard, of course, represents in Bantu culture, yes, and in the Kemetic culture, it represents the authority of the kings and priests. Now, the purple. Now, the purple represents kingship. The red color represents leadership or government, right? The yellow represents wisdom, and blue the sky or heaven, so it's connection with heaven. And you also see the symbol of the Ankh right there. Now, for all those Christian Israelites, yeah, because some Israelites basically, a little bit Christian, right, in doctrine. But however, the Ankh symbol is not demonic, right? Get that out of your head. It signifies life and the symbol of divinity and leadership, not only in Kemet but through the Bantu culture and even in West Africa. That's the symbol of the Ankh. Now, when we look at the Congo Trinity, we see the three stones. These three stones are also the Trinity of the heavenly order. Yes, we have Ngangu, Zola, Lendu. Ngangu being the father, Zola being the mother, Lendu being the child. We see Nzambi Ampungu Tulendo, Bumbaloa, Pinanza, who is the governor of the cosmos. And then we have Nsaku Panzu Zinga. And Nsaku Panzu Zinga, they also correspond with the three powers: the spiritual power, the scientific power, and the political power, Zinga. Right? Ingeta. So we will have to see, brothers and sisters, is Masambukidi the Messiah? Because the word Messiah is what is understood with Kwatulendo, or the divine king. Yes, that's the Hebrew Messiah, which comes from the Kemetic Bantu Messe, meaning to anoint with crocodile fat. Now, I am Nzambi Kefas. Thank you for being here. Let's wait and see what will happen. Time reveals all things. If Masambukidi is truly the Kwatulendo, the divine king prophesied by Simon Kimbangu, it will manifest itself through the fruits of his work. And yes, and if there are any other who will follow in his footstep and say, hey, I am the one, I am in actuality the divine king, we will see. Yeah, but I can tell you this, there are several others who have named themselves the divine king. The return even of Christ, yes, as Kwatulendo among the Congo, among the Bantu. But this is the first one that is causing a lot of commotion in Congo. So we will have to see, is he the one, or are we waiting for another to come and appear? Time will reveal all things. I am Nzambi Kefas. Until we meet again, may Congo reign. Ingeta.